Right. Is everything working? Looks like it. Excellent. You never know these days. Ah, happy Pride, I should say, because today is Pride in Warsaw, and it's beautiful weather for it. It's just too warm for me. Roxy! Hello. Oh, and I need to say thank you. I just noticed I opened my email and you gifted me a game on Steam, so thank you. We need to play that. I haven't had time yet to go and go into Steam and accept it and log in and download it, but thank you. Oh. Running around getting everything done, and then I spilled coffee. I know. Yeah, I know. And I put it on my wish list to buy, and I forgot about it. Because brain. I spilled coffee, Fraxy. I apologise. I know it's a crime. Nope, the cat woke up. We are, or at least I say we, but it kind of is, you know. I know, I felt really bad. I had to clean it up. That's why it took me a little longer to go from starting to online. But don't worry, it's still pretty full. I just filled it too full and wasn't paying attention. I am so close to finishing this. I did a quick check. And there's a couple of more small things I need to do. Like I have a couple of greeblies to put on, and there's something else on the side here that I'm trying to figure out. Because it looks like it's in. But I can't do that because of how I've created the little surrounding. So I might have to create something there, so it just looks like I've got something there. I assume it's kind of like a switch. So... But yeah, there's a couple of things that we need to do. These have now completely dried. So I've got my little emblems ready to go on. I feel like I could put them on a fucking jacket, something like that. Like a motorcycle jacket. It'd look that cool. And they also look very, very like... Oh, why is that one... That one lies flat. Why does this one not lie flat? Oh well, we'll have to glue that and push it. Push it. Sorry. My brain has been on a ADHD squirrel moments today, so we'll see how it goes today. See if I can keep my concentration going in one place. But yeah, I've spent most of my time, and it's both the artillery with headgear, the helmet, and this. All I've been doing is filling and sanding. It's been like all the places like I could think. There's lots of filling on the handle and areas. But I think I've pretty much got everything sorted in that respect. So I knocked something off the desk, of course, because, you know. Is that the one that was... Did I have another one as well? Or is that the one that was really... No, that's the one, yes. So yeah. If we can get everything glued on, probably have to remove some glue lines. We'll do that as well, because I need to do that around the little greeblies here as well. And if everything is done with the little details, we can start with priming. I've got Cosplay Shop Cospaint, primer and paint. And I've mixed my own red for the base. And I have the Iron Forge dark silver, which is a really, really nice base for the handle. So yeah, time to do some stuff. I'm really excited. I mean, it feels good to have finally. I don't know how many months I've been working on this. I don't want to think about it. Now I'm hoping that when I get to the gloves that this time the gloves will go a little faster. Because I know how many streams I spent trying to get that to work and it didn't. Until I gave up. But yeah, that will be next. Once this is done, even if we start paint today, I will continue to paint. Because I work from home, so it's very easy for me in between breaks to do a layer of paint, move on, do a layer of paint, wait. And then all we have to do is put all the details on. So, and then we might have to do still some more filling and sanding, I don't know yet. When you start painting, you really start noticing all the little bits and pieces. But yeah, we're getting to that point. I'm just so happy about that. Right. Right, so one of the first things we need to glue on. Dina, they can go in there. Yoink! Can we move you? Just be simple and actually just turn it around, shouldn't I? So, and this is awkward. That's just another problem. It's been so awkward trying to sand this because I can't lie it flat because there's so many things and pieces. If I push onto it too much, I don't want it to bend around. So, it's been a bit awkward. But look at that. I am very happy about. I know it's black on black, but I hope you can see it. I think I made some marks there that says... I think I wanted it to be bigger, but I think it's actually the right size. Let me put up. Where's the chainsword top? Here we go. Now I'm debating whether I like it or not. Damn it. They look a lot thinner. Okay. I'm sure I can do something about that. I'm thinking if I put up the whole if I think it's long enough. Yeah, it's long enough. It just looks a lot thinner and the holes in here look a lot bigger. So this is gonna work, I don't know. But I really wanted to have it finished now, and I thought, yeah, but I hadn't looked up close. I had been looking up close to the handle to see what other greeblies and details I still have to put on. But looking at that, I mean, that's the other one. They look too thick. Now, what I think we're going to do, and I'm going to need some glasses for that. It's this one on here, isn't it? Yes. So okay. Let's not try and put it in my coffee, that'd be shit. I guess there's a little bit more definition here. And then it just needs to be a lot thinner. Right, turn this one around. It's not detailed crap knife. I think I need to sharpen this. I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again, it will never be perfect, and I need to really get myself to learn to accept that. But I can adjust it a little bit. Where's my other scissors? Oh, they're here. Right. That looks a little bit better already. Right, and top one goes over. So let's get a quick sand. I need it smaller. Because, let me see, that one goes over that way, so right, so now this one needs to be smaller. am I gonna... Alright. So I can make the points a bit pointier in the middle as well. Right. That's a little bit better. Now that one needs a bit thinner. Right. Getting there. So I need to make this a little bit more relaxed. Right, that looks a little bit better already. Okay, and this one needs to be a little bit shorter. Okay. Wait, come on, get out. And there we go. There. That's getting a little bit thinner if you look at that. I have to put a bit more of a point on that. Okay, now this one is definitely too big, so let's cut that down a bit. So that's the bottom one there, okay. Okay. Is that got it shorter? Okay. And now I need to thin this one a little bit as well on the inside. Okay. We're slowly getting there. I have to do that to the other side as well. I should have looked this up better, but hey ho. Then we have to sand it, because that's what's kind of what we've been doing all day with this. But a little bit thinner still. Hey Negatron! How are you today? Hey, good morning. You settling in on your new place? There. Whoa! Now I have to do my calculations in my head. Oh, I forgot again. It's times minus that times that. Whoa! And I was complaining. Yeah, it's about 38 degrees Celsius. Because I was complaining because it's Pride here in Poland at the moment. The problem I've had in the previous ones, that if it's above 25 degrees Celsius and sun, I overheat. Doesn't matter if I have an umbrella above me, hats, anything. I'm a terrible. I'm a mild climate lizard. I'm like my gecko. My gecko from New Caledonia. It's like 23 to 25 is my max. I can't go much below 15 either because I hate that as well. So for me, my perfect temperature would be 21 to 24 degrees Celsius. I can't do cold, I can't do heat. I don't have an internal thermostat that works really well, so... but yeah, AC would be recommended. I thought every house in the US would come with AC. Yeah, I know, yeah. It's probably why you moved in the first place, wasn't it? But yeah, it's it depends if for the of course where you have your workplace, yeah. Because I know that like a lot of Americans, when I was like, no, my house doesn't have AC, like why? Like don't. Yeah. But I mean, it depends as well. See, when I was in Italy, it could easily be 30 degrees Celsius and I wouldn't have a problem with it. Why? Is because where we were in a valley, there's always wind. That's why we were always there, because I used to windsurf. So it was, and the same here. It's like, if it gets 23, 24, 25 degrees Celsius here, so this is the problem why I didn't go into Warsaw. If there's a breeze, and I live outside of Warsaw, I have a massive farmland just outside my street. So there's usually a lot of a breeze coming through, so it doesn't feel too hot. Can't work in the garden or anything like that. But if I'm in Warsaw, middle of the city, which already traps heat more, and having to walk, or I can't stop dancing because the music is always really good, so much fun. And I think it's about 4 miles, the whole parade. Last time I did it, I had 2 days of a headache from just heat. So, also warning, there'll be an ad starting potentially in the next 30 seconds. So, but yeah. So look, we're making little. I've made them. Yeah, I get dehydrated. I get dehydrated being in my own place here, and it's about 23 degrees here. My house stays pretty. In the winter, it stays pretty warm for a long time, and in the summer, it stays cool for a long time. That's probably one of the reasons the way we build houses here is very different from the US. But yeah, it's like I've had a problem with overheating quickly. It was a problem when I was in the army. Ugh. Trying to march, it's a nightmare. That's a tiny one, so that you go. I had a really good buddy when I was in basic training, and he would take my backpack. He was pretty tall as well, and I'm tall. Yeah, I know. We've talked. I don't know if it was on here, but I have talked to US friends before. It's like, why do you still build houses out of freaking wood? Especially if you live in like Utah, Colorado, Hurricane Alley. I confused. So yeah. Well, the way the US is going, you're not going to have much people to build houses left that will build houses for you. Ah! Should be a short one. Just be careful I'm not throwing shit in my coffee. Oh, it was a short one then. You just got one ad out of the 3 minutes of ads that was running. edge. This is what surprises me every time, because I'm in Europe. When I was in England, when I lived in England, like the Great Britain, my first house that I bought was a Victorian house. So built in 1890 to around 1900. I can't remember the exact date yet, but it was Victorian. It had the high ceilings, the really nice coving. Was it badly updated? Yes. Not that I think. It still had like, it was when it was built, it didn't have like a bathroom, so what was now a shed, but that used to be the outhouse, as in where the toilet was. And although the plumbing was shit, just probably because it was never really updated properly. The foundations of the house were solid. The foundations were solid. The house that I moved to next was built in 1928. Again, it was badly updated. That's the problem. When people don't update and don't pay to have proper updates. So when I moved in, I knew this. I knew it needed a shit ton of work. But that's why I bought it quite cheap. And I'm quite handy myself. No, it didn't. It did have like an underground, because you have wooden flooring, just like in the house after that I bought, the one from 1928. It had wooden flooring, so wooden boards. So there is a cavity underneath to have so that wood is, if you put wood on the floor, it rots. So that's why you had wood on the side. No, not real cellars, because it's England. Doesn't get really hot. Well, at least not in those times. It didn't get really hot. Nowadays, they have a lot more problems with heat. But yeah. Yeah, so the problem with like the house that I bought in 1920, that was from 1929, when I moved in, the electricity was so badly done. It was still had the fuse box was still fused wire instead of fuses. It had so many issues when I bought it. From the most places, we literally had to just knock off all the plaster and replaster it. Back to bare brick. And put on plasterboard and then plaster on top of it. That's kind of why the apartment that I bought here in Poland, when I sold that house back in the UK, when I bought an apartment here in Poland, I bought a new build. Now, new builds don't come without its issues, but here in Poland you have a standard 5-year guarantee. So anything that happens in those 5 years have to be fixed by the person who built the company that built the houses. So, but yeah, there were so many issues in that house. The plumbing, we never fixed the plumbing, but we had still in that house we still had like cast iron radiators and stuff like that. I know not many people understand radiators, because unless you live in the north of America. In the north of North America. But yeah. Anyways, But yeah, that's why when I was looking at buying here in Poland, I like, you know what? I'm gonna buy new builds and get my legally obliged 5-year. Ah, okay. And have the obligatory 5-year guarantee that they have to fix any issues. There haven't been any issues. But I also like the fact that it was a blank canvas. Because the walls were white. There were no doors. No indoor doors. There's still no door on this room here. I still have to install a door. I want a sliding door because having a door here that would, means that I have not a lot of space for the door to open. Less space in this room, so I kind of never. No, it's just kind of you could, yeah, in principle, yeah. So not every new build comes without doors, but this one did. No kitchen, no bathroom, no doors. And you could speak to the company that built the house and say, hey, can you put this in, and they will do it for you. However, I prefer to do everything myself. So I like the fact that it was an absolute blank canvas and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted inside. The nice thing is, since I bought it 2018, it doubled in price. So I had a low mortgage on it anyway, and now I have an even nicer mortgage. Just wish the mortgage interest would go down. That's a problem a little bit in the world at the moment. But yeah, I like the fact that it was completely blank, and I've literally been able to do whatever I wanted in here. I did a lot of changes to the bathroom because here people still want baths, and I'm like, I can't be arsed with a bath. I just want to walk in showers. So I hired one of their plumbers and rearranged all the stuff. Moved the toilet to a different place so I could install a bigger shower. I decided on how I wanted to do my own kitchen. My bathroom is steampunk themed, and I did. So, the one thing I can do pretty much anything. I can do most of electricity. I can do lights. I can do painting. Because painting's not easy, not that difficult. I put the flooring in. I installed the kitchen myself, except for the induction plate in the oven, because that's electricity I don't want to play with. The one thing I absolutely fucking hate is tiling. I hate tiling. I've done it before in my house in the UK. I put all the terracotta tiling in there. I fucking hate it. So I decided here in Poland, right, it's hard to do well. You can do it, but it's hard to do good. It's hard to do really, really good. So I hired the people. If it's anything to do with the fuse box, I prefer not to do it. Anything else, like I rerouted lights, I installed things just on wires in the wall. That's not a problem. But 220 is not 220. 220 is normal here in Europe. So my kitchen is 400. That I'm not playing with. Like, fuck that shit. Not a chance. I'd rather not. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to an event in London, and it's a book event. I'm going there as a vendor because I besides being a cosplayer, working 75%, because I don't need to work much more here because of the money of it. Yeah, exactly. They need 2220. I also been in developing an app. Yeah, I've been doing all kinds of things. So I'm going there as a vendor to promote my app. And there's a lot of American authors. A lot of them have cancelled because they're like, I'm not risking leaving the country and not being able to get back in. Logically, I get that. But the organizer is American, and she's like, please don't bring hair dryers unless they have a switch to go between 110 and 220, because you blow up your stuff. I mean, phones, they there's not a problem if you just have one of those plug sockets, they're fine. But yeah, don't bring big things like like hair dryers and stuff like that. So yeah. Right, let's just sand this a little bit down. But that's why, I mean, sometimes I find it funny, people are like, oh, petrol's really expensive, or gas as you guys call it in the US. It's like, you've not been to Europe yet, have you? Since we have per litre, not by gallons. Because we don't drive as well. People do drive more SUVs here now. Yeah. Oh, in that old house that I bought, the 1925 house, they were literally running wires from a socket, like literally wires coming out of the socket and running another socket where somebody plugged another socket in and then run an extension lead on that. It was like, ha! Can we switch everything off and remove all the extra bits first? The good thing is because, yeah, exactly. So, because we were taking down all the, most of the rooms went back to bare brick to be reboarded and replastered. We, at the same time, upgraded all the electricity, so got a proper fuse box in, and there were like, in the living room, there were like 2 places where the plug sockets, and then there was one area where the gas came in and the internet and everything like that, and that had a plug socket. It's like there were like 6 sockets in the living room. It's like, can we upgrade this, please? Can we do some more? So yeah, so that was one of the first things we did. Oh, and the boiler needed replacing. The boiler was like 25 years old or something like that. And it was dirty. It was so dirty. Oh. But yeah, it was one of those things. I mean, I paid so little for the house because it was so bad and it was on the market for so long. But like, they're all things I can fix. The bones of the house are fine. That's the one thing when I got my surveys. Like, the one thing I said to the guy, I said, what I want to know is that the house itself, because it was on a slightly hilly area, not massively hilly, but it had a slight incline through the garden. I said, what I want to know is that the foundation is solid, that there's no sagging, no potential sagging, there's nothing underneath the house that could potentially cause it to move, that all the walls were solid, that there were no issues with the balance, and that nobody knocked out a foundation wall. I said, I just want to know that the bare bones are solid. And it was. Like, he says, well, you need to upgrade the roof probably in the next 5 to 10 years. Well, fine, that was probably expected, seeing the state of the house. He said, and you will have to, like, sort out the plumbing and the boiler, the plumbing and stuff like that. It's all outdated. So that's fine. I said, but the foundation is solid. Like, you don't have to worry about that. It's like, well, that's the most important thing. So yeah. Can you imagine an American come and fill up a car here in Europe, and they're like, why is it going so fast? Because it's per liter. But yeah. I mean, the only disadvantage now is, like, I have an apartment. I have a ground apartment, because, you know, I'm not great with stairs because I have a fucked up knee. So it's like, right, let's get the ground floor. Oh man, the amount of funny. There's a couple of Reddits out there that are just showing some of the immense interesting things some of the your American compatriots say. There is USA defaultism, where people say like the internet is American, speak American. I'm like, what? You do realize it's English, right? But yeah, I mean, can't say anything. I have so many friends in the US. Like on Wednesday, we're talking about some of the. Then again, I mean, so if you sort of UK is a weird. Yeah, Imperial is so weird. So if you look at the UK, so the UK still uses liters, but uses miles for distance. And then the cars, if they talk about efficiency, they still talk about miles per gallon. Yeah, we oh man. Yeah, good afternoon. I know the I mean, I must say, after 17 years in the UK, I've been really good at converting kilos to stones and pounds, and I got really good at converting miles and kilometers. The gallons and ounces, no, not so much. Give me milliliters and the metric system is just so much easier. But it's interesting though if you think about it, because they used hands and feet as measurements because, you know, you didn't have any standardized stuff. That appeals to me. I'll be listening to me, man. So one of the things I wanted to do. So I'm pretty good at doing sewing stuff. I mean, I've done it for a long time, and I've made my own patterns and stuff like that. But 9 out of 10 times, I made my patterns out of existing patterns. So I used an existing pattern, make a mock-up, and then redo. Which you'll see me do next with the Artillery Witch. But I've been looking to learn how to make basic bodice blocks from measurements. So just like I take my own measurements and then make a block to make a basic sewing block. So that from that I can make my own patterns. Now, sewing involves math. People are like, oh, you're sewing. No, sewing involves math, a lot of math. And so far, I haven't found many that use the metric system. Because most of them are American, of all the videos that I've seen. And they're going on about 5/8 and 6/16. It's like, oh my, seriously? Can you just not use the metric system? You know how much better that is? It does. It's like, it's so much easier to divide. There are a few out there that have where you can make it out of fabric, a mannequin model of yourself. But there's also one that does a mannequin out of foam. And then she has both a female and a male. The problem with me is I am curvy. And not many of the patterns can do curvy. It makes no fucking sense. I gotten really good because, and we talked about this on Wednesday a little bit. So I went online, like on the internet before MS-DOS. We're talking early 90s. And the people that I had the most contact with, oh, you can do that as well, but you need a friend. You need a friend. Promise. I have a video on my YouTube channel that was with my mum. My mum was here for a few days. And she did the whole wrapping me in plastic wrap and duct taping me. But you need a friend that understands how to do it. Yeah. Yeah, but also you can't tape your back. It's almost impossible to put tape properly on your back. In the end, I didn't use it. But, yeah. Because something went wrong somewhere. So I'm just trying to sand this a little bit. That's a little bit better though. Here we go. Because if you compare it to this one, which is a lot thicker. I'm just checking. I think that one still needs to be a little thinner. That one. Yeah. Yeah, making from scratch. I prefer to do Frankensteining. So I make a pattern up that's based on the largest measurement, which is for me my chest, and then start paring it down. I feel like I've been sanding most of my fucking week, both on the artillerist helmet and the. Ooh, come on. It's the corners that are the hardest. And maybe make this one a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. It's the patience fighting with the perfectionism. It's that one. It's the patience fighting with the perfectionism, wanting it to be right. Let's get this eye socket a little bit more clear. So one of the things I've been doing though, so besides having ordered 3 boxes of more gloves, I also ordered some pattern paper because we're gonna need to start patterning shit soon. What else did I order? Zip, because I need a zip for the artillery skirt. I ordered lots of self-coverable buttons that I'm going to need for the top for the artillery witch. The only thing I haven't found yet, so the gloves for the artillery witch, she's got some. Oh yeah, it's the fight between, does this look good enough? Here we go. I do think that looks better than the fat one that I had here. Yeah. Still doesn't look as thin as on there, but I need to just. So in between the red lines, there's some red markings I've got on here. And I can put you away. I'll do you in a minute. And that one needs to be there, that's the middle there, and that's the middle there. Okay. Now, because I'm pretty sure that line is the 6 centimeter line. Yes, okay, excellent. The only thing I do need to measure seven and a half ish. Okay. So I do think we can start gluing this down and then because chances are I will have to do some. It is perfectly the size that I wanted it to be. Good. Now I need to mark on there what I have to put glue on. Need that. Go there for now. Not remember. Coffee's probably cold now. I need to get one of those tumblers to keep my coffee hot warm. And need to mark where I have to put the glue. So I'll not put glue everywhere. We'll still have to probably do a clean-up once we're done, but no, forgot one. Okay. Right. So that can dry while we fix the other one. Oh my god! Sunkoi! Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid! Oh god, if I type now anything, it will tell me that I'm raiding as well, because I was actually watching your channel before I started streaming myself. I saw you were con crunching! How are you doing? So, for everybody from Sunkoi who do not know me, I'm Hebe. Welcome to the asylum. See, it says I'm a raider because I was in your channel. So hi everybody. Welcome to the asylum. My name's Hebe and I'm mostly streaming cosplay. I very rarely do anything else. And I'm working on a chainsword, as you can see, from potentially. So I am actually working on adding this little detail that I've made out of foam clay. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm working on 2 cosplays. I've recently started a new cosplay. I'm working on the artillery witch from Trench Crusade. For some reason, I tend to end up in the wargaming cosplay area. Now, I have been working on this Sisters of Battle for a while now, and I am very happy to say that I'm pretty much done. Oh, there's so many. There may not be that many cosplayers streaming anymore, but there's so many cosplayers that are on YouTube making videos about how to do things. I mean, like, I will always recommend Kamui Cosplay. So, she's one of the. Oops! I noticed this time, JR. I noticed that I knocked my microphone off. So, yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. I am in the middle of gluing this on. So I'm relatable glitch, relatable. You mean the other cosplay I'm doing? So this is Sisters of Battle. This is in principle the image that I'm working on is Sister Superior Augusta. Very specific person. There's books about her. And the other one is an artillery witch from Trans Crusade. I have most of her books. So yeah. The artillery witch is, let me see if I can find the image. This one. Oh, that's not the that's the This is the artillery witch. Yeah. So this is Trench Crusade is similar to Warhammer. It's grimdark as well. Only it's based off the story is that in 1066 during the Crusades, a couple of the Crusaders got tempted by the devil to open the gate to hell. It's a bomb. Yeah. It's a massive bomb. So she's from the Heretic Legion and she literally conjures bombs from hell and throws them on the battlefield. So I saw the artwork and I was like, I fucking need to do that. So far, I've been working on a helmet. Yeah. I've been working on a helmet. Yes, exactly. You get a bomb, and you get a bomb, and you get. So the plan for the bomb is to actually have there's a symbol on there, and when I watched people, yeah, the helmet. I'll pick it up in a minute, but I have to make sure that I do this gluing first. It's I can't keep it in here. It's too fucking big. So the bomb's gonna have there's a symbol on the bomb, and that's gonna light up. The LEDs, yes, I blame Kamui Cosplay as well. I have both her LED book and her advanced LED book. But also the other thing I wanted to do is because I want to get this bomb floating. So we're going to try and use a helium balloon on the inside and see if I can get it to actually float and just have like a fisher line on my hand. But the other thing is, as you know, Kamui Cosplay, she has a guide on how to make a smoke machine from... Yeah, she has how to make a smoke machine out of a vape. And I want to make that and have a tube running through my arm, through my sleeve, not through my arm, through the sleeve. So that I can light up the symbol and have smoke come out. Now, the helium balloon might not work. It might be too heavy. I don't know yet. Again, this is one of the things I need to go and experiment with. But if it works, it'd be so cool. Otherwise, I'll just use a thin acrylic rod. So... Oh, you mean because of the temperature difference? Ah! Yeah, exactly. I have a I actually have 2 science degrees. So yes. Yeah. That made sense because yeah. Now this chainsaw has something special as well. This is not your standard chainsaw made out of a massive block of foam. Well, right, you can sit there for a second. Go and sit there. This, so I'll show you the rest of the chainsaw. Here we go. Has the handle with the little spikes. I'm not going to do it now because so this is actually this part moves backwards because I don't know if you can hear it if I hold it next to my... Can you hear that? There's 2 buttons in the handle. You can't see them because they're covered. But there's 2 buttons. Yeah, there's 2 buttons because I have a soundboard inside. It's not inside yet. I can keep it. It will be connected inside with a magnet. I have a tiny soundboard. I know. I have to be concentrating not to do that all the time. So I have 2 big speakers on the inside. 2 of those. One is already inside. This one's on the top. I wish I could make a fully... I actually can play with fire. I'm actually trained in fire. But no convention will let you. But yeah, I've got a little soundboard in here, and one of the buttons does the stationary chainsaw sound. It's just a... and the second button does the actual cutting of the chainsaw. So it's very satisfying playing with it. Now I know there's no chance anything with fire is going to be let in. My plan is for her bolter to have sound light in there, so that when you pull the trigger, it has a muzzle flash, and to have the sound of shooting happening as well. So, while this is, I'm waiting for this to dry anyway. Well, make good and put this close. Let me show you. Let me show you my. So let me show you something. And the problem is, it's so big that it doesn't even fit. I have to really stand. I can't go much further because of how big it is. So I can't go much further back because that's my screen. Now, it looks weird because... Oh, there it is. I am going to... That's my asylum! Because I actually have a faceplate. So there's going to be magnets on the inside and a faceplate. And then I'm going to be able to, like... Plop! It's difficult to do when I can't see myself. Gah! What I'm doing. So it's going to have the faceplate here. So instead of having to take off the whole fucking helmet, if I need to do anything like see, like taking stairs, or take a drink, I can just take the faceplate off. Going Ape is... Me and Going Ape were... Becky from Going Ape Costumes, we were discussing this and we're like, how am I going to do this? That A, it goes all the way around, so it's not open as much. But also that, you know, I'm going to be able to see sightly and also be able to take easy drinks. Because it's... Now there's here at the bottom... Magnets! So satisfying hearing the click. Poink! And then this is going to have magnets as well. It's got shit ton of filigree work on it. But that's going to be at the end. But that's... Just to give you an idea how big it is. It's like, these are my shoulders. And I'm not small. And when I was wearing it, there's the shelf over there with all my wigs on. And I kept hitting it because it's so massive. But yeah. All the white is the filler that I've been working on. But that's... I stream that on Wednesdays. Didn't hit the ceiling. I'm tall, but not that tall. My ceiling in this house is 275 meters. So, and I'm 175. So, luckily it doesn't hit it. But yeah, it's the dimensions are on that helmet were insane, and it took me quite a bit to figure that one out. Don't forget to follow, if you want to follow that journey of me making that artillery bridge, I stream that on Wednesday. I start at 4 o'clock Central European time. Summertime now, but always 4 o'clock. So don't forget to follow if you want to follow that journey. And the next thing I'm going to do on this costume is going to be the gloves, which I have a massive problem with. I hate doing gloves. Because they're going to be the gloves with the proper in-betweens. So I think this is dry enough now. So I'm going to try and put that on. No, she doesn't have. Oh, you mean for the Sisters of Battle? Thank you for the follow. For the Sisters of Battle, no, it's going to be just normal leather gloves. But they're gonna have the inserts. So if you have a stretch fabric, you just do what I call the turkey hand method, where you literally can put your hand on the fabric, draw around it on 2 pieces, draw around it, don't do anything, and then just take that to the sewing machine and, you know, just on the outside of that line that you drew, sew around and then cut it out. Stretch fabric, dead easy. Hi Panda! However, if you're working with leather, so something that does not stretch, or even a fabric glove that there's no stretch, then you need to work with the insert. So you have the inserts. Do I not have the glove here still? Do I have the glove? Hang on. Sure, it's close by. There it is. Yeah. One of my old army gloves. So if you have a fabric that's not stretchy, then you have to do the inserts. So if you, camera shows it, but you know you've got the inserts in between the fingers. Yeah. And then you've got this insert for your thumb. Yeah, the word for it is fourniché. I might pronounce it wrongly, but it's a French word that's there. So even if it stretches, it will never stretch enough if you have like proper stretch fabric. Now, my problem is, this is always a problem I had when I was in the army as well. I have short fingers, or I have a wide palm, whichever way you want to look at it. So this fits me here, alright, so this area. But my fingers, look, they're far too long. So there's nothing there. So my fingers are a lot shorter. So this is why I make gloves. I need to make my gloves myself. So because... Yeah. Right, is this nicely on? But yeah, I will start on that next week, I think. That's alright. That looks alright, doesn't it? I will remove all the markings, but... Now... I need to figure out a way of getting this in the same place on the other side. Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I really need to make them myself, because nothing that I buy will ever fit. Unless I buy a stretch fabric and make it look like leather. But I know I should be able to do this. So, let me grab a proper... So, okay. Then, how can I get that side there? Can I see the 6 centimeters? That's 5, okay. So then it's 6 here. Yeah, when did I start? That's before my mum passed away. So 2022, 2023 is when I tried to make them and I gave up. So yeah, I was like, right, fuck this. That's the middle, okay. And the tail finishes... Ah, the tail is loose there. I'll have to... Guess there's some filling to do in my future. Not like I've done so many fillings already, but yeah. So I need to... And that's the middle. Because... Why does this one feel so much smaller? No, you see, it's the exact same size. Okay. Now the only thing is I need to thin this one out a bit. Because when I started looking at it, it was like, they're a little bit thinner. So... let me put that one up again. Top. There we go. That's what it is that I'm working on. But I just noticed when I looked at these, because it's foam, it kind of got thicker. So I need to reduce a bit of the sizing. But yeah, the artillery witch was one of those things that I saw it and I was like, I need to do this. But yeah, I mean, most of the patterning I've kind of done already. So okay. Need to make that a little thinner. Okay. I think once I get a good pattern as well, I think once I have the base pattern, then I can reuse it all the time. The hardest thing is it's so fiddly putting those middle bits in. God, this is... It's easier to use scissors on dried foam clay than it is... Oh, I'm just thinking. Yeah, that works. I bought this cheap little engraver, supposedly, because I wanted to test out if I could carve foam. And it's not as easy or controllable as you'd think so. Because if you think about the artillery witch, the detailing, the filigree that she's got on it is insane. So I thought maybe I can carve it with something like this, but ooh. A medieval lob? I also bought a pyrography. Ah, cool. They're so much fun. I haven't been to one in ages, but in the UK sometimes I went to one. Here in Bonnet, I have no idea where I would go. Yeah, it's really warm. Tomorrow it's going to be insane. I was like, oh, it's going to be dry. I'll work in the garden. Not until the sun is out of my garden. So maybe I need to buy... the problem is my Dremel is far too powerful to do something like this. So I thought maybe battery operated is not powerful enough. But it does work. It does make it nicer. Completely forgot about this. Yeah, when we start working on the filigree for the artillery witch, it's going to be insane. Oh, by the way, add in about 10 seconds. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything interesting. You'll have a great time. No problem, Sonko. Make sure you take care of yourself. Don't forget to hydrate. I always say it. Never do it. I only say it. Yeah. I had to close my windows because people were doing the freaking mowing the grass and everything. Like, for God's sakes, people! Stop it! I need to organize something with that light on that side. This light is okay, but this corner here is a bit darker. I don't know why. Doesn't help that I'm sitting underneath two big LED lights. Come on. Okay, well, that gets a little bit better already. Can I... There we go. Yeah. A little bit more on this side. So difficult to cut on the inside. Ugh. There we go. That's... Come on, get at the... That's better. Right. Well done. It's horrible doing that. The bank I work for has recently been taken over by another bank. And we're all a bit like, okay, what's going to happen next? No problem, have a good look. I have loads of luck as always. I don't mind that. There we go. That's looking a lot nicer. There we go. Now, second one. Ah! Patience! Patience running low. Can we just be finished? This will help making it neater. Guitar solo! Ah! Stay here. Right. Alright. Now just need to make it a bit more thinner on the other side. Duh. Okay. Try and get this a bit more oval or eye-shaped. Ah, that looks better. Now I'm pretty sure this one needs to be a little bit smaller. Yes, I thought so. Oh, it reminds me, I've not done my... I completely forgot to do my Discord. Ah! Oh, I have to remind myself tomorrow to spend some time on fixing that. Okay. So I started making the Discord and then forgot to put rules in. It's like... You have to accept the rules, but the rules weren't written. Okay. Bit more there. Right, that looks better. Let's see if we can get this cleaned up. Right, that looks a bit better. So, now, still need to do that one. I need to slightly, I'll probably do that with the okay, now so make the point there. Okay. Ah, come on. And okay. Now if I make this tiny bit rounder like that. Yeah, that's better. And now needs a bit of a point in there, isn't it? Yeah. I think that works. Make the point here a bit more. Make it more pronounced. We're just gonna say that they're not the same anymore because, you know, they've been damaged in battle. They've gone through shit. Come on. There we go. What are we thinking? Is that pretty similar? Kinda. Good enough. I'm making this one a little bit thinner still. Okay. Right. Here we go. Right, a little bit of sanding, and now we can glue that one on. Then we've got a couple of more little greeblies to do, so like some buttons and switches and things. Right. Does that look okay? There we go. I think that will do. Right, now turn it round. There and there, I think. Where did I put that mark? Yeah, it was a little bit lower. That's fine. That's fine. Right. Yeah. Let's mark that so I know where I can put the glue. And don't forget the inside. Okay. Oh. Helps if I don't have my fat fingers in the way. Right. Now, I really need to get a different sized thingy so I can do thinner layers, or not thinner layers, but thinner for places to glue. Oh, come on. Oh, I forgot something. There's a thingy there, isn't there? Alright. And the little thorns, I assume they are, whatever the fuck this is. I mean, you don't know. I don't know what it is, but any glue that goes on the outside, I will with acetone. Okay. Yeah. Right, let's put this one. Ah, of course. Stay there. Thank you. All right. Such an awkward shape to glue down. Ah, come here. All right. Ah, last corner. Ah, right. Let that sort itself out. In the meantime, clean the edge. Ah, did I not bring? No, I didn't. Damn it. Guess we'll use the glove. Because I've been messing around and not being that clean. No problem, Glitch. I'll see you later. Ah. I need to make sure I follow you. Yeah. Probably did, because I probably raided you. Yeah, I follow. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure I follow everybody. Right. Alright, let's close this up. We're going to use it again because, you know, we're going to have some other greeblies we need to add. But... oh, bin. Okay. Right, let's clean up some of this because we made him. Oh, I made a mess. You're just watching me make a mess. Right. And there's one thing my cat loves is all the pieces of foam because she absolutely loves chasing them. Right, that's getting close to being dried. That's taking its time. Now, greeblies. Pretty sure it's this one that's the right size. I'm going to have to try and make a straight cut. This is the problem. A tiny bit of this one, and hopefully I'm not going to have this issue of cutting shorter, and then okay, there we go. I think those two will work. So I have two little round buttons here that are going to go on. I'm just going to sand them, make them nice and neat while I'm waiting for this glue to dry. Try and get these same size. A bit angled. Okay. And the other one, are they about similar size? Yes. Good. Oh. That's getting there. Tiny bit of a point here I'm trying to get rid of. I mean, it's a round bottom, shouldn't have any points. Also, warning, there might be an ad in about 30 seconds. Could happen. Looks alright. There we go, that's better. I think this one is almost ready as well to be put on. Right, 2 buttons, ready. Don't know yet what I'm going to do with the other greeblies that need to go on because... Right, let's try and put this on. Alright. Okay. Might need a little bit more sanding and flipping around with that. here. That looks alright. A couple of things I need to send, but should have sanded this one thinner. Oh, right. I think I need to make here and there some, because the perfectionist in me, especially at this side, there's some that are thinner, especially at the end, so I might have to get some clay and just kind of build it up a little bit more. And then on the other side, there are actually some that are too big. I will have to play around with that a little bit more. But in general, it looks alright. Quite happy with that. Now, back to the handle. Alright. Do I need to keep you? No, I can't keep you. Do keep you. Okay. So there's a button there. Oh, let me switch. So that's the bottom. So there's a little circle here and a circle on the other side. And then there's something here. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to figure that one. So it looks like a switch. There's something here. And there's something here. What should I put there? So I've got some pieces of foam. I think what we can do, so I don't think I need 10 mil. Some 5 mil and some thinner. What could I put there? Kind of looks like what's on my bolter, like this. Or something that can go back and forth. Maybe that's to put a smaller button there. What the hell is it? That's the problem, is that the image is too small to actually know what the hell is in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, that looks like it's the one underneath this looks like just a little button. That looks like a little switch. Ah! Come here. Make you small again. So... what size shall I take? I think that's a good size. What the fuck is this on? There you go. That's going on my nerves. Sorry. The fuck? Sorry. No. Next. Right. Do I think? Do I think that would work? Can I make it smaller even? I think that works. If I can get it to be straight at the bottom. You all know I have problems with being straight, so... There we go. I think that works. Yeah, that will work. You go there. I'll just make another one for the other side. Oh. Come on. Damn it. I really need to find a way to sharpen these again. Of course, they're made for fabric and not foam, but still. Here we go. Now, how thin did I need to make you? Okay. Are you about the same? Close enough. Right. You go there, you go there. Okay. Now, to think of what I've got to make there. Right, so Is that the kind of size I want? Oh. I really would like. Alright, see if I can make this straight. That's about straight-ish. Don't think I can make it much straighter. Well. Maybe just looks a bit curved, doesn't it? Let's try something. Should I make it something thinner? Yeah, it's taking forever, I think. Can I? Trying to figure out. That look alright? It still looks more recessed, doesn't it? How am I gonna? Right, so let's see if I cut a rectangle here. I think that's the size I kind of stuck on. Something like that. So it's like, and then I don't think that's fully straight. No. I know what I need to do. Put my glasses on because I can't see. That's one. Trying to squeeze my eyes. Okay. If you go there, a little bit shorter. Like that. And then something like that? I think so. A little moon shape. That might look alright. No, I still don't like it. God damn it. Cycle sticks again. Although it does make sense. Problem is, it's like just trying to make it a little bit smaller. I can count to 3. I can count to 4. I can count to 4. It's too thick. I think this one is fine. I think this is too thick. Have I got something thinner? I'm sure I've got something thinner. I have 1mm fun, don't I? Why can I not... I do think that's going to work. We can just cut straight lines. Where's the little ring shape? Okay. Where's the fucking... Because that's thinner. Sure I had a smaller one. Oh, there it is. God damn it. Yes. Right, see if this thickness works. Just get my little sender. Right, let's see. God damn it, I can't see because I don't put my glasses on. That would help. So right, this works, and I can copy that and put it on the other side. Can I just... Why can you not just... Go, come on, get out. One bit of fluff. This is tiny work. Don't tell me my battery's empty. No, there we go. Okay. Right, I think that will work. Just need to take the other corner off. It's so small! Such small details. Right, I think that will work. Right, if I can cut a straight, rectangle. Okay. Still not straight, is it? Nope. Why can I not get... That's too big, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Watch me cut it smaller and smaller until it's too small. I think that's right. That's the piece that I was working on. Yeah. God damn it. Sit there. No. I think I just have to just put that on and then just use some shading to pretend that it's actually lower and that there's actually something there. Also, by the way, an ad will start in about 10 seconds. Alright, that didn't work. That won't work. I'm gonna make another one of these from the thin foam. You can see this. Right. That work better? I think that size is better. Ah, that's better. Right. God damn it, all the freaking sizing I've been doing. Right. Right, so I think that works. And I have to make another one for the other side, because, you know, going from the assumption that, you know, things are the same on the other side, because we don't know, because we don't have a picture of the other side. Let's try and get that same. Come on. I know you're cheap, but please keep working. Alright. It's getting there. Almost there. Taking forever though. I think they're similar enough. A little bit more there. Right. Okay. Trying to tell my brain that it's good enough, but at the moment it's saying nope, nope, no, not yet. Even though you need fucking reading glasses to see. It's close though. Right. Let's glue some greeblies on because I'm looking at the time. We're getting close to finishing, so. Right. You go about there. Right. Make some markings, put some glue on. And then we've done the last bit. All right. Ah, it'd be nice to be done. Just trying to clean up some things immediately. I just realised I should give them a quick blast. So I can't do that one that's on it. It's really hot. Right. Oh, there. Okay, one. Let go of my fingers, thank you. Where did I put the second one? I just had it in my hands. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Well, I guess you've got glue on. What have you learned? Don't put your project in front. Alright, you go there. God damn it. Let go of my finger. I don't want to hold you. Can you just let go? No? No, I have to. Because I need to glue one more thing. Stop gluing to my fingers. It's just because you got... Damn it. Dropped you in the fucking glue, didn't I? Ugh, I guess we'll just have to wait and hold it. Right. You go there. You go there. All right. more details. Right. Last few details to the other side. Ah, damn it. Right, you. Got there. Oh, I need to measure really. Where's my... So I have no idea what distance everything is. That's half. And half, so I did that by not even measuring. So... Okay, and how far up are you? The middle is 2 centimeters. Okay. Ah. So. Okay. And this one was, come here, there. And 2 centimeters. There. Okay. And I need to do the same with the little, how much distance from here to, how much distance from there, 1. Okay. About 1 centimeter up. Like there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's glue you guys. Okay. Alright, now these are the last bits that I need to do. I was in gluing on. And then it will probably be a little bit more sanding, a little bit more filling. Cover these where the things are, like the where the the little skull is, the skull emblem thing. Then we can paint. Can't let go of my fingers. I guess you won't. Right, I'll hold you like this. Alright. And that's the last couple of things that we can do then. Besides removing the glue residue. But that's pretty much all the things. Feels good to finally be close to finishing. And although I should have waited longer, I think I'm fine plumping you guys on. Excuse you, only tiny. Okay. And I just noticed one of the tails is not fully glued down. I'll wait for that to dry. Let's clean up this. Here we go. We'll have to look into getting some more glue again. Although, again, we're not gonna do much foam work anymore. Except for the faceplate. Now the only thing I know, so once we've got the colours on, I can start putting the teeth in. These are already done. So right. Put you back on there. And where's my acetone here? Oh, there they are. So one of the things I noticed, there's small places where the glue was more. Now, little trick, if you have any contact cement, just get some acetone or nail polish remover with acetone. And you can go around and it goes wee. It's also great for removing any, like, the markers to make them less visible. So it removes all the dots that I've put everywhere. Even though I'm going to put black primer on, it's always better to remove any discolorations. in case they go through. No, that's cleaned up. And the same here, like I've got a big spot. And come. Any lines. And that's so much better. But yeah, that's just the last bits that we've put on. So now, all we have to do is paint. Well, there's some things here and there that still need doing. Just removing the glue residue there. And also, ooh, almost knocked it over. Yeah. Because the glue residue will leave really ugly spots when you start painting it, so it's really important to remove them. There we go. This is the one thing when you're doing anything cosplay related, everything is just so much about patience. Right. Come on, right. Get some more. Oops. we go. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Oh, too much. Right. Now, one more space. Okay. Right. Come on. Well, almost done. So I think a lot of this I will do during the week of just fixing some of the things, get everything, if there's any spaces, get them filled up, sand it down. I will probably find some more glue that I need to remove because I never catch everything. I'll turn it around in a certain way and go, oh, there's some more. Right. It immediately removes all the green as well. It's great. Right, I just saw the time and I didn't realize it was that time already, and I really need to look into closing down and finding someone to raid. A little bit more. My brain is like, but you're removing all the glue, and it's like, you can't leave it half. And this is why I bought some the cheapest Q-tips, cotton balls, whatever you call them in whichever country you're in. Why are they called Q-tips though in America? Is that just a brand name? I always wondered that. In Dutch is a waterstaaf, which literally means, well, wat is like a sort of a cotton stick. What's a Polish word? Oh. The shop where I buy from, Auchan, is a French shop. And not always does it have it in Polish. It usually has it in French. Bâtonnet coton. That's in cotton buds. Bastoncillos de algodón. I assume that's Spanish. Does it have it in Polish? There. Bawełnia. Paliczki. Hygieniczne. Jesus. Oftewel, cotton stick. Hygienic cotton sticks. Probably butchered that completely. So any Polish people that are here, I apologise. I'm still learning. I mean, I've been learning for 3 years, but, you know, I don't speak Polish outside of, well, much. Occasionally I have to interact with Polish people in a shop, but general. At work I speak Dutch or English. I'm a tiny bit of French. That's how I've got a colleague for that. Alright. That looks pretty good. Alright. I'm quite happy with that. So we got... Actually, I think this side is nicer. So we've got the little skull, handle, and then we've got all the greeblies on there now. The camera can catch it. It's black on black, so it's really difficult to see. But that's a little bit more detail work, a bit more sanding. And I have some things here to fix. But other than that, it's done. I can go to paint. So. It's summer, everybody. Well, it's not summer yet, but almost summer. Make sure you hydrate. So. Let's put my glasses safe, because... Right, let's see who I can raid. Glitch is streaming. Well, we'll go quick. She's been in the stream, chatting and all that. So let's throw you all over to Glitch. She's a new streamer. She doesn't have a lot of followers yet, so I thought that was a good one to help out someone new to streaming. not new to cosplay. She's made some really nice cosplays. I found out her Instagram, so... Oh, oh dear. How are you? I hope you're feeling a little bit better, and that you know the attacks have not been continuing. So we've put the little skull on. Hang on, let me move it that way so you can see it the correct way. Put the skull on. Ah, okay. Thank you so much, Negatron. And here we go, the rest. And then we got a couple of greeblies that I've been on. Like I've got the little thing here, a little button there, and a button there. That's kind of all the greeblies that I need. And then and up the other camera. And then, you know, everything else that we already done last week. Our little buttons that are here. So in principle, I did this little bit of cleaning up, a little bit of filling of areas to do. But I think next week we'll do the... Oh, we're going to do Raid Glitch Goose.